Watching the Grey Thirds, also known as the Reds team, taking on the Marley Foundation rugby side. They probably go for more, maybe find their number 5 there in the front, quite a tall lad, or their number 4.
Marley gathers. They've opted not to go for a maul try, instead playing it out wide. There's a gap in the middle, cut cleanly by the number 14, and he scores under the post with a swan dive. Gray caught napping there, that channel between Jason, here's the replay. If you'll see here, Ryan Wicks on his own, and he's inside centre, a little bit too far away for him, allowing the number 14 eons of space.
Oh, but what a great line ran by the number 14 there. Commending for his try, finishing with a nice dive under the poles now. Looking for the kick now from in front of the poles. Marley 5 points up.
Should be a very straightforward conversion, this. And that puts Marley 7-0 ahead with 8 minutes played. Ball is spilled and it's on Gray's side. Get it through the hands now is the important part. Sino Mbete, he makes a run, identifies a gap, but he's brought down to ground. And they pick and drive. Not sure what number that is, but he's made it over the line and he scores. What a response from Grey High School, wasting no time. If you have a look here, Sino Mbete brings it in. He commits 2 players to his cause, and they're picked up at the back, taken over the line with a good leg drive and scored. A perfect response, wouldn't you say, Alex?
Yeah, great try there. Gqeberha working very hard there to get a couple of points on the board here for Grey now. Gqeberha also been playing for the red side here at Grey High School, looking for the kick with a bit of wind behind him. You can just see on the reaction from Gqeberha's face that he's so happy to get those 5 points for his side.
Very energetic and enthusiastic young man, that. And you can see that the crowd is echoing his feelings with a few chants here on the side. Jason Gqeberha with a good strike, curling it in just inside the left upright.
Yeah, great kick here from Gqeberha. Scores are all squared now, 7.
Grey will definitely look to build on this momentum. They are receiving their, in their half again, but let's see what they can do with it. Jason Gqeberha under no pressure. He boots it a long way down the field. Again, fielded by Marley, number 10. Only 2 Grey boys in the chase lines there. Oh, number 9 works his way back inside. Grey woefully short of numbers there on the far side, but they get the ball on their side. Oh, and a penalty for Marley, not rolling away from Grey. Quick take. They've got numbers on the outside. Number 7 with a good line, good supporting run there by the number 8. Looked like the Marley forwards fell right over that ruck, if you ask me. Again, they opt to play blindside. Numbers available. They bring it back. Matthew De Freitas makes a good hit. Marley looked to be flooding that blindside with numbers there. Straight into the hands of, I think, Alex Rudiger. Great to secure. They are at panic stations now. Need to make sure that they get clean ball out of this and play in the right half of the field. Matthew Doster opts for a box kick. 1 chaser in Letu Ndima. The number 10 beats him. And another back inside to the number 13. He's brought to ground and he has stepped out there.
A very powerful run there from the number 13, but just puts a foot in touch there. I think Grey are going to have to work on their chase lines here, especially off their kicks of 9.
Absolutely, Alex. The first man chasing, getting beaten there on the outside. And then the number 13 from Marley, just providing that inside support line, gets the ball and runs an extra 5 or so meters. Grey really need to have a look at their... Very stable scrum, and then Marley pushes forward. Advantage given. Number 12 comes around the outside. Number 14, and he's not tackled into... the referee says high tackle there by Grey High School. Marley probably again going to try and take it quickly. The referee wanting to have a chat with the Grey boys on their discipline.
Yeah, no, Grey need to watch out here before the ref puts his hands in his pocket here and sends one of them to the sin bin.
The Marley number 12 and the number 14 coming around that corner very late, almost hiding behind their players.
Yeah, very little smart move from them. Yeah, they're looking for the tap now. Giving to the number 7, running very low and hard.
Ball is out on Grey's side. Akanani Zito working for it. He has to get back in field. And lost forward again. The Grey boys just not firing on all cylinders here, I'd say. A couple of hard workers, but the support lines are just not looking like what they should.
Yeah, and the forwards need to have the support, maybe 2 to 3 guys in a pod, not running one off pods. Grey probably looking to put a bit of pressure on their scrum now, yeah.
They're going to have to. Gqeberha takes on the 9. He's made positive carries, but the 9 strips him of possession. That's a humbling experience if I've ever seen one. Marley have numbers on the outside. They've given it to their number 11. He's got wheels. Pula Headbush chasing, but he scores in the corner.
Yes, very good pace shown there from their number 11, I believe. They're on the outside scoring in the corner.
Here we'll see the replay. Just numbers on the outside. Man drawn. Pass out to the number 11. Pula Headbush does his best, but he just can't get there in time.
And a great interplay there from in the middle. Just giving that dummy pass, just making the Grey defender sit and then giving it out wide to the man with pace. As you see the Marley crowd on the opposite side, they coming up in numbers and just showing their voices here on the Kolisi Field.
Rightly so, Alex. Their men in blue are putting in the hard work. I would be celebrating as well. Matthew Doster plays Ryan Wicks. He takes it up himself, met by his opposite number. Matthew Doster quick to recycle, plays Jason Gqeberha. Lechun Dima out to Pula Headbush. He's wrapped up, but he breaks free. And ripped again by Marley. And number 9 of theirs is working incredibly hard. They opt not to kick this ball, but rather to run it. Now they got numbers. Number 10 beats 1. Played out to the hooker. Number 9 taking it up. Number 13 finally tripping over his own feet. The attack stalled, but Grey all offside at this stage. Struggling to get their scramble defense together.
Yes, yeah, I know Marley just showing great attack there on the outside. And number 9 working very hard there to link up here with his players here on the touchline.
Marley very comfortable with where their strengths are. Running it, knowing that they've got the pace on the outside. They now have a penalty to show for all their efforts. Just inside Grey's 10-meter area. And they've opted to go for posts. Interesting call there from the referee. It looked like Marley had started to wheel around there on their loose head side. And then he deemed that Grey had an early shove. Marley opting to play quickly. Number 2 making some immense meters with that leg drive. Ball is alive on the side of Marley. They go blindside yet again. Electrifying backs going for a run. Oh, blindside exposed again. They're just putting in the numbers over there.
Oh, that's a very good try there from Marley. Just working very hard there at the base of the ruck.
Have a look at this. Marley, number 10, picks and goes, plays it to their number 11, who kept his width, and he's scored.
It's like he might have picked up an injury there after scoring the try.
It looks like both lads have been injured, the number 10 and the number 14. Cleanly taken by Olotano Majali. The ball is set. It's moving forward. Looks like Marley coming in from the side there. Advantage to Grey. The maul keeps going, but then is brought down. Gray will need to retain possession here. Pick and go from Olutano Mjali. He's brought back over the line. And then I think try time. Gray High School. The forwards' efforts there being rewarded. Nal Mklaba, the man to get up with the ball. If you have a look over here, a nice 2 pick and drives. Nal Mklaba goes over the line. Referee spots contact over the whitewash.
Yeah, hard work there from the forwards, just getting those points. I'm sure you can see it's been a shift from the last try. I'm sure the guys have got a bit of a wake-up call, seeing they are in for the run for their money on their own field.
Absolutely, a never say die attitude evident there in the Grey forwards. Grey High School's backline has been a bit quiet so far today, though.
Yeah, they haven't had much opportunity to attack, but hoping they can get a couple of more chances, maybe in the second half. Looking maybe 3 minutes now left as Gqeberha lines up here to take the kick.
Jason Gqeberha slots another one. The score now 14 points for Grey High School and 17 points to Marley, first 15.
That's a great kick from Gqeberha. Second one of the game, around about the same spot, just curling it in.
A little chip midfield from Marley, gathered by Pula Headbush. He takes on one. He beats one man, led to Ndima going around the outside. He breaks one tackle. Ball is available for Grey. Picked up by the first arriving player. Held up in the air. Surely they have to put him down. He needs to get down to his knees so the ball can be played. Secured by Grey. Couple of meters short, 6 meters short of the line. Jared Lunan, happy to take it up. Advantage to Grey High School. Gqeberha going on his own. Ball available. Pick and drive there. Advantage to Grey for offside. Grey wanting to catch Marley's unaware.
Just hearing the captain there saying slow it down for the team as he goes for the tap and plays Gqeberha.
Gqeberha gets a second run. His leg drive is good and he scores.
Gqeberha coming in for his second try of the match. As with a great celebration there from him, just showing how happy and excited he is.
It looks like we have an injury there on Marley's side once again. If you have a look here, Gqeberha, the try scorer.
Gqeberha working very hard for that try now. As Gqeberha tees up the ball.
Jason Gqeberha is going from his third kick today, 2 out of 2 so far.
2 out of 2. Let's see what he can do with the tee now.
Far more difficult angles in the first half with the wind at his back.
Just waiting for the ref. He's just assisting with the medical team. One of the Marley Foundation players which are down. Looks like it's nothing too serious as the ref carries on with play.
Grey showing a little bit more guts this half. Happy to play in Marley's half, putting them under immense pressure. 1 or 2 penalties helped them get there. As Jason Gqeberha converts his third.
Yeah, Gqeberha's 3 from 3. Very good work with the tee today. And I think Grey's shown a lot more want in this half. And I think they've definitely had a chat at halftime and we wanted a bit more now.
Number 13, he takes it in and dots it down over the whitewash.
That's a great line ran there by the 13. If I'm not mistaken, it's his second try of the day. He's really showing that he wants it yet today at Grey High School. He came in with a lot of pace there, injected, gives a little step and scores.
I'm not sure who that was beat on the outside there. But not a fantastic stellar or anything like that defensive effort. Definitely need to work on that middle channel over there.
Yeah, they're going to have a chat again now, regroup before they kick off. Marley, number 13, been a very good player. He's a player to watch out for. He's been showing a lot of talent today here on the field.
Absolutely, Alex. Very hard runner, runs good lines, and great executor.
And Marley, number 10, adds the 2 points for his side. The score going up to 31 points to 21 for Marley's favour.
Back to a 10-point deficit, about, I would say, 10 minutes into the half. Gqeberha High School will have to reply with a lot of enthusiasm, in earnest, I would say.
Yeah, Gqeberha also not looking to be in a rush. Looks like the ball's not available, but I'm sure Gqeberha might go for a contestable kick and try and get the ball back.
Ten plays 12. Another short line to the 13, but this time deemed forward. That was an incredibly dangerous line, that.
Yeah, number 13 just showing that he's still wanted it. He's not going to die out today. Great line right there, but I think just a couple of centimeters forward there and identified by the ref. But I think that number 12 and 13 grouping there is very well. They know each other very well, and they know that number 13 has the pace, and he is using it here today.
Absolutely. The chemistry is unfolding in front of our eyes.
I'm sure he's not going to be happy with that. He would have loved to come away here with a hat-trick.
Penalty goes the way of Gqeberha High School. First time in this game, a penalty from a scrum. Gqeberha will need to be patient. Lines, non-existent to say the least. Number 10 running very laterally, but making the meters. Number 15 beats Ryan Wicks on the outside, and Kumo Sontage. Is he going to go all the way? No, he goes all the way.
It's a great
Absolutely ridiculous rugby unfolding before our eyes. If you have a look here, number 10 runs laterally. He passes out to the number 15, I believe it is. Beats one man, beats two men, beats three, and he goes. He looks for the offload, missed, and it goes through for the score.
And a great try here from Marley, just using a lot of pace on the outside and fighting in the tackles, showing that he is not going to go down. They want to put their name on the field today.
Absolutely, and that score line growing ever larger.
Yeah, it looks like Captain Zita's not happy, just having a chat there with the ref. Maybe just a couple of calls that he does not agree with. But Gqeberha, we're going to have to, I think, now just wake up a bit.
Absolutely, and it all started with a bit of an over-ambitious kick for touch off that penalty.
Yeah, Gqeberha's just not managing to find touch of that kick, but he's going to have to keep his head up now and just regroup.
Alex, I think if we were to analyze this game in totality, I think the chase lines so far have been the more difficult part for Gqeberha, not getting that right.
No, Gqeberha's got enough talent in their kicking game, but their chase lines have not been good. As they say always, your kick is only as good as his chase, and I don't think Gqeberha is using that to their advantage. It's going to be very interesting to see what Gqeberha's going to do. Maybe put a bit more height on the kick if he wants Reardon or one of his backs to take the ball out the air.
Absolutely. He's got some blitzy oaks on the wings. He needs to trust them. He does decide to kick it high and contestable. Marley, number 10, misfields it. Gqeberha happy to capitalize, making good positive meters there. Gqeberha is in possession inside Marley's 22 now. Matthew Doster feeds. Jason down to Wick.
I believe he's getting his hat-trick now. He will be very...
Gqeberha looking dangerous when they do have the ball in possession, making good meters, positive carries. But again, their discipline just counting against them. If they put a few passes together and they get the ball out wide, send up their good runners, they definitely are dangerous on the front foot.
Yeah, with 13 odd minutes to play in this half, they're going to have to want it now a lot, with Marley still wanting to attack and still wanting to put more points on the board. Gqeberha is going to have to get it outside, maybe use their wings a bit more on the outside and just try and beat them there if they can, but still keep the ball tight with the forwards.
Marley opting for a short kick this time. Advantage to Gqeberha by a knock-on.
Taken by the Freitas.
Gqeberha happy to play this. Kumo Sontage gets the ball out wide. He rounds one man. Brought to ground. Pula Headbush secures. No advantage, says the referee. Lost forward. Scrum down to Gqeberha. on their 10-meter line.
I believe the man that had the...
Exposing that little weakness there.
I'm sure the coach will not be happy from that. Converted by Marley's 10. Score up to 39 points to 26 for Marley. Great trailing here with just shy of 10 minutes remaining of the match. Gqeberha with a quick play. Goes a bit deeper off the kickoff, straight down the middle. With Fenter with a great trace line.
Looks like a better kick. Marley's 10 now decides to run it out of his own half. Daniel Fenter putting him in the pressure. Nobody really chasing from Marley. Jason Gqeberha fields the ball. He plays it to Pula Headbush in the midfield. Pula Headbush got some space. He decides to take a step inside. Mzwandile decides to clean up himself. Penalty for Gray. Marley falling in there from the side. Akanani Zita takes a quick tap. He runs it around a bit laterally, I would say, and plays it off to Q. Ryan Wicks. Oh, Sino Mbete takes a beautiful pass. Matthew De Freitas gathers it. He beats one. He passes out to Akanani Zita. Pula Headbush puts it to foot, but he's brought to ground without the ball. Penalty advantage there. Marley needs to be careful of their discipline here today. Gqeberha facing off against the Marley players, brought back by his own players.
Now the crowd is helping to help influence the ref here with these calls here, especially with the boarding arms behind us here. Everyone's trying to let their words be heard here.
Gray looks to be drawing a little bit of energy from the ill discipline. To Jason Gqeberha, who puts it to boot. Marley not gathering. Sino Mbete gathers it. Unfortunately, Sino offside on the kick. Coach Tyler Buerta not very happy with this. Mr. Skane neither. But the referee has made his call.
Unfortunately, against crowd, I'm sure Mbete would have been happy to run under the post again. He was very excited. I saw when he got in. Marley goes for the quick tap and opts to kick it then.
The ball touches ground there at the back. Mzwandile on it. He's isolated, however, and he needs to be very careful. He bumps off one, happy to go. His support runners in Gqeberha. I believe it is. I can't see that well there. Olotando takes it quick, plays to Doster. Doster gets tackled. Ethan Harris secures there. No contest anymore, says referee. Jared Lunan taking it up. He flips one off. Definitely a bit of a resurgence in energy here. Ball available for Matthew Doster. He plays out wide. Akanani Zita to Ryan Wicks. Knocked on by Marley there. The referee not seeing it, not giving the advantage. Okay. Andy has seen it. He's brought it back. A little bit of a knock-on in the contact there as the ball was passed.
Lunan just showing Kombo that if you can do it, I can do it better. They're having a couple of bumps here on the field, and the crowd loves it. Crowd, school 6 minutes to play here, and looks like there was a knock-on there, and Grey scrum.
Yeah, if I'm very honest, with looks like the momentum's swinging a bit. Marley not being as disciplined as they were in the earlier stages of this game. Will it end up costing them in the last 5 minutes? And 6 points between, 7 points making the winner here. Grey High School will hope to capitalize.
Yeah, Grey know what their job is now. They've got 5.5 minutes to play. Already having an advantage of a yellow card.
Costing them in the last 5 minutes, and 6 points between, 7 points making the winner here. Grey High School will hope to capitalize.
Yeah, Grey know what their job is now. They've got 5.5 minutes to play. Already having an advantage of a yellow card. Just a scrappy scrum there. Looks like the ref will just have to tell the props to just...
46 points to 38 in favor of the Marley Foundation, first 15. Thank you very much for joining us.
Hayır ayozama